Peace and blessings to all my royals, my kings, my kings, my queens. Today I'm not doing the update video as far as just using water on my hair instead of any product at all. I actually got a chance to um, link up with some of my friends that are, that also wear crowns and have been wearing them for as long as I have, if not longer. Some of my elders, people from all over, because when I lived in another area, I knew people from Belize, Trini, just all over. And then, Nigeria, of course, Jamaica, just different places. But we all just got together and just, sat back at my studio and just had a jam, a session. So if you see me looking down, I actually, sat back and took notes because I wanted to see what other people's thoughts were. And yes, I'm using my old computer because I was so mad at the last video cutting me off halfway through the video. That was after taking 90 minutes to upload. That was so, oh God, I was disgusted. As far as what I'm wearing on my lips, I'll put it down below in the box because I don't have it in my hand and I forgot to bring it. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to touch on, and I don't want this video to take forever, so I'm trying to keep it God, yeah, I have a lot. Well, no, it's not a lot. I'm still gonna try to keep the video short, but I promised some people that I was gonna go ahead. I was feeling pretty good today and had hardly anything to do, so I was going to do a video. Now, some of the things that we talked about, it was just like, I was telling them, that I wasn't using any product in my hair at all. No type of cleansing, no black soap, no nothing. Just, and funny enough, it was just like I would say about, maybe it was about close to 10 of us, and I would say only about 3 were using products. Only about 3. I think I have that down. Yeah, it was 3. Um, there's misconceptions that, people who wear crowns or whatever, especially with their hair like mine, um, don't bathe, we don't wash our hair, we smoke weed, they're untruths. Of course, I'm fresh every day. There's questions about brought up in the last video. I think somebody had asked about, well, doesn't your hair stink? Like if you don't use soap on your body, doesn't your body stink and your hair is like that or whatever? Let me tell you a little something of knowledge that was spread around, and talking about and this is one thing I do know about products and stuff because of being a hairstylist, being a licensed cosmetologist for all these years, going to cosmetology school and everything. Shampoos and conditioners have different types of chemicals in it. They have like, how they have like stuff, acidifiers, and you wash, you cleanse your hair and you're like, oh God. Or you condition your hair and you're like, wow, I got that, it's detangled, it feels real soft, it feels real light, or whatever. Well, they also products leave residue in your hair, regardless to whatever. I've used stuff with tea tree oil and all that type of stuff. Raw tea tree oil, okay, it's different. I'm talking about like Paul Mitchell's tea tree shampoo, or their conditioner, all that type of stuff. Any shampoo or conditioner, and I totally despise products that people think are made for our crowns, and they're not. Have pictures of braids or whatever, black people and or just whomever, not just black people, but just natural hair, and it's not made for our hair. Um, One of the things that you really have to do in the growing process is know that patience is so important. That is like one of the number one things. Patience, um, and not putting a lot of product. Not if you can eliminate putting product at all in your hair. I mean, you would notice a major difference. Your roots are core when it comes down to a healthy head, um, a healthy crown. Your roots. If your roots are weak, that's when you'll start losing hair. That's when you will not have all of this up in here. I see people all the time, and they are going to locticians um, every 2 weeks to make sure that their hair is just like plaited, basically. Um, Getting hairstyles, and it has to be a certain kind of way, and they can't see their hair fuzzy or anything because that means it's unkempt. Um, and the thing is, a lot of people ask me, well, how can I get my hair thick and to look like yours? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Any technique that you get, period, too much of it will break your hair off. If you're going to your loctician or whoever, whatever they call themselves or whatever, I'm not knocking nobody for what they do. I'm just saying, I'm just using the name. Um, if you're going every 2 weeks, even once a month, that's a lot. That's a lot. And you will notice your hair is thinning. You will notice after a while that you have certain areas that's thinner than the other. Certain men may say, "Oh, I'm thinning because I'm getting older, or it's a family thing, or whatever, whatever." Not if you rocking your crown and you getting it in buns, uh, braided real tight so I can see your brain, all of that. If you're trying to figure out why you losing hair, check out your new growth. Check out. I mean, my hair would be probably to my knees if I was like slamming it with twisting. I have not. I do not twist. Period. Whatsoever. But if I did, if it was just all about length, which is not, it's about healthy hair. For me, it's about healthy hair. It's about um, having hair on my head for the next 45 years, 50 years if I'm still here, um, 50, 60 if I'm blessed. um, but yeah, our hair, it's like our DNA, our fingerprints. My hair would never look like yours. Your hair would never look like mine. But one thing I can tell you is, and I can advise, if you're having any type of damage or any type of problems, one thing that can solve it is slowing down on wear and tear on your hair, wear and tear on styling, designing. I mean, if you're going to go ahead and pull your hair super tight and get it, go to the loctician every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever, then go back to relaxers or something like that. I mean, it's damaging. It just doesn't make sense to me to want your hair to be real healthy and natural and thick or whatever, or not even thick, just healthy. And you say, "Oh, I'm natural. I'm not wearing relaxers. I'm not putting color in my hair," or maybe you are. Um, and then you're damaging it by getting it pulled, stretched, twisted. I mean, just look at a couple strands. Just go in and look. I mean, if you're trying to see why it's super thin, there's a reason for it. Think about the last time you've been to, or the last time you've done it yourself, because you really don't have to go anywhere. The main thing in achieving your crown is time, definitely, and I say this all the time, water, and what caused is my hair to stay together. I mean, it's friction. It's the hair rubbing against each other and connecting and bonding. And um, every now and then, because I don't want one big lock when I'm 90. I go in and I'll make sure nobody's getting married or having menage a trois or orgies in my scalp, because I'm satisfied with the way everything is right now, and I want it to stay this way. I don't want one big lot. That's me. So I would say, you know, um, every now and then, um, too much product usage will kill it. Will kill it. You know, I've always used just like aloe vera if I needed some moisture. I was using like a little bit of at the roots. At the roots, you don't have to put anything in your hair. Whatever you put at the roots is gonna come down your hair, and you don't need a lot. I was using straight aloe plant and breaking it in half and using the the um I'm sorry, it's like 10:30 at night. I was using the stuff from the plant and putting it in my root area. Now I'm not doing any of that. I was doing too much in the beginning, every now and then, because I was like real active, moving around. I want to make sure that um my hair was like not certain. Now, mind you, I was still using like organic products and everything, but still, it wasn't a need for like all of that. And we were talking about that. If you're using like a lot of like shampoo and conditioner, even if it's black soap and all that type of stuff, especially conditioner, I never use that. I've never used that since I've had my crown. Never. First of all, because it took so long for my hair um, to link up, you know, that I know that conditioners definitely would retard the whole process. But um, what would make the odor? So I think I brazed over that. Shampoos and conditioners, because of the the alkaline that's in the products or whatever, that's what will trap the odor and will make your hair smell. Now, if you're not using that because they're chemical based, then you're not going to have odor in your hair. I mean, if you're using water in your hair, trust and believe, and you honestly, depending on the time of year it is, like right now it's wintertime here in Chicago, and trust me, it's very cold. And I plan on um, hitting my crown up again on the 20th of this month. I'm giving it a whole month instead of 2, 3 weeks. If I don't know, I haven't had any, and I'm around people all the time. I run a business, so I haven't had any problems with anybody saying anything about any um, scents or smells, anything. Again, that comes from products that you're using in your hair, and the alkaline in the products will cause your hair to smell. It'll trap that scent in your hair, and that's what causes your hair to smell. Am I clear on that? I mean, is that understandable? And you can even Google it. Google shampoos, conditioners, and smell and scent for odor. Also, what I've been using with my daughter is natural, but she's not, she doesn't have a crown. Um, Rose water is good to use for people who are still using products. Rose water is good to use if you need um, to add like a little oil to your hair or whatever, and if you're concerned about scent and all that type of stuff, or it's good as a rinse, it's good as an astringent. Rose water has a lot of good properties. I mean, and you can make it yourself. Again, they have videos on YouTube. You can Google how to make it, or you can watch videos on YouTube. I'm not going to go into that. But I did make my own rose water, and I used a vitamin E capsule and made a small little amount. Make sure, the main thing is make sure that the roses that you buy do not have pesticides on them. Um, so you have to go and find a place that sell organic, flowers. Ask the florist or wherever you buy them from, and make sure that they don't have pesticides on them. And if they do, or if you're not sure, you can always rinse them with cold water for a while, and that should help. Okay, so we talked about that. And that's for the rose water moisturizers, and again, just up at the scalp. That's what I do to my daughter, because I braid her hair, and just at the scalp area, gives a nice shine. I use it on my face as a little, you know, toner, and works fine. So let's see what else. I don't want to keep looking down, looking down, looking down. But if you're putting everything in the hair and nothing on your scalp, it's like pointless, because again, you are creating, but not with the rose water. But if you're using regular products, you are creating. I don't care what you're using. You're creating a buildup on your hair, which can attract lint, dirt, debris, all types of different stuff. Um, quit, quit rushing the process. God, just enjoy it. Enjoy it for whatever it's worth. And if you damaged your hair, it wasn't damaged overnight. So don't try to rush, the process in it getting healthy again. I mean, the most that you could do is keep your hands out of it. If your hair is already damaged and you're trying to hold on to your hair, now if you have like alopecia already, where it's like not shiny yet, but you have like spots that's out, but it look like it's still some hair there, it's too much tension on the follicles, on the hair follicles, and that's what pulled the hair out. Once the follicles die, they do not come back. Once you see it and it's shiny like a baby's butt, it's a wrap. You don't want to go there. But if you're not there yet and you just have like little spots that's thin, and you might even see a little scalp or whatever, stop styling. Stop styling, because that's caused by over styling and pulling, etc. Less is always more. The less you do, the more results you will see, and give it 3-4 months, before you start really experiencing, something where you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. If you want your hair, now somebody asked me, oh, I want my hair to be just thick, thick, thick. Well, my roots and everything look thick like this because I'm not twisting. I'm not touching it. I'm not bothering my hair. I mean, the most I'm doing is I make sure that at night I have a dog. I have my daughter. I won't let her go to her bedroom. She don't want to go to her bedroom. She's right here with me. If I don't want her laying on my hair, and I don't want him laying on my hair because he jumps in the bed sometimes, I wear my my pillowcase. I call it my sleep cap. My pillowcase, satin. Turn it inside out, so the satin part is inside. There's nothing rubbed against my hair. Just put it all up inside of it, Sometimes, just twist it around. Actually, the pillowcase is long enough to hold in all my hair, and works out fine. God, most of the people, they were just like saying the same thing. Like, people are just like pulling their hair out, pulling it out. Just, they were amazed by, like, like, one of my friends, he's had his crown for over 30 some years, and it's down past, so it's past his calves. And he was amazed by how, like, the styling and the scalp. He's like, none of us could. I mean, most the people that was there, I would say maybe two of the people you could see like their actual scalp, but it wasn't nothing like it. It wasn't like tight. Okay, one person was tight. One person, I think they had just did something to their crown, and that's it. This video has gotten a little too long, so I'm gonna continue it. Actually, there's really nothing much more. Stress can cause damage. Stress, so you need to lead a healthy lifestyle. Don't stress out. I mean, and if you do, recognize the stress and try to do something about it. Work out, exercise, um, eat healthy, um, drink a lot of water. Definitely working out will help with the stress and stuff, because that is definitely one of the things. Um, Stay on a healthy diet. Stay out the restaurants. Cook at home. Kale chips. That was something we had at the little gathering at my studio. Kale chips. Oh my God, I couldn't eat kale for the world. I always juiced it, but kale chips. Google it, or you might be able to find it here on YouTube. So I know this probably wasn't like the most fun and super interesting or whatever, but I just wanted to talk about damaged hair control, and I'm gonna do an update on you know how I feel about not putting anything in my hair but water. With that being said, peace and blessing, kings and queens. Much love to you all.